energy.
That's what we got.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of it.
So much of it. Overwhelming surplus.
Oh man, let me tell you. Oh my goodness. Listen, I'm always doing the cold opens here.
I was going to say,
Someone's gotta take it
Davey and
over.
I, unlike, just like, technically everybody in the world are both a little under the weather. Get it? Because everyone's under the weather because you're under the
Shut up.
clouds.
Just stop. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
That was a meteorologist joke.
Shut
Alright.
the hell up. I hate. Look at. Do you hear us right now? Now this is what I'm talking about. Now this is a podcast where we talk about stuff.
Hopefully nobody does hear us right now.
I mean,
Now they will.
Yeah.
This is the fun part of the show where I'm not miserable.
Well, you got a reason to be happy this week, so.
I do.
Yeah.
I
You
do.
boy.
I had placed I did my little dollar bet thing. I put $1 on Austin Cindric. That didn't go well. I cashed out on that
didn't
one
go well.
because he
That
dropped
didn't go
like a
well.
rock. But I put $1 on Chase Briscoe to win $31, and I cashed out in the middle of stage 2 when he was running like 10th. So, cool.
Joe, you're not very good at gambling.
I mean, I was pretty good because I had the foresight to bet on Chase Briscoe to win the race.
Yeah, but then you
However-
gave up on it, like, immediately.
However, no, I got
Didn't
through
you
stage
cash
2.
out like immediately? Yo, I
No.
don't know about all that.
It's okay.
So here's the thing. I know Matt doesn't care about anyone's fantasy team for anything, but I've been doing fantasy NASCAR.
Well, to be fair, this is called Fake Racers Podcast, so we can talk about
if
fake
there
racing.
is, that's
You're just
fair.
a big fat
That's fair.
phony.
My fantasy team was absolutely going off. I had oh god, who did I have? Like it was just insane. Anyway, Kyle Larson killed my fantasy team. I was gonna have like almost a 300-point day. Keep in mind, like a 220 to 240 point day usually wins in whatever league you're in. It was good times, but Kyle Larson messed it up. So therefore, I now hate Kyle Larson, which is good because
Dude, he was the bracket buster this week because
Was.
I saw so many people being like, "Oh no, my fantasy's ruined!" as soon as he started having it.
I don't get why people are using Kyle Larson right now either.
he was in the top 5. What do you
Yeah.
mean?
No. But I mean, like, I would be because don't you get like 10 uses?
Yeah, but like I'm not gonna use
would
Kyle
save
Larson
him.
like a bunch.
Yeah,
I would like right now. My strategy would be to use like the guys like a Ross Chastain, a Chase Briscoe,
Yeah, I
Tyler
had
Reddick.
those guys.
that have been really good here to start the year.
I had those guys.
Because Larson's going to be good throughout the whole year for sure.
yeah. I mean, I know the strategy, Joe. I don't see you doing NASCAR fantasy, so
No, I don't.
I don't really know how much input I want to take from you.
Okay, that's fine.
But yeah, I had Larson, Willie B. I had Kevin Harvick. No one had Kevin Harvick, which was dumb. It's Phoenix.
Yeah.
I had Chase Briscoe, and I had Ryan Blaney, who probably should have won, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Oh, also the last thing on the cold open before we get too far, my mother had some choice words for Matthew.
I've been waiting for this for like 4 days.
My mother had some choice words. To put it shortly, and not using all the cuss words she used when she described you. I am very disappointed in Matthew. I'm a Joey Logano fan, and I'm not obnoxious. And then those were when the cuss words happened, and then she just said, "I want you to let him know that I'm very disappointed in him."
I don't know. Using
So
all
my
those cuss
mom
words
is-
seems kind of obnoxious, if I'm being honest.
Oh Lord! Oh, man. Oh Lord!
Stoke the flames. Let's go.
Mm.
So we
Yeah.
were talking about this the other day.
We were.
For reference, when I talk about obnoxious Joey Logano fans, I'm mostly talking about ones that are like 12. The ones who consistently have like the worst takes you've ever seen, and all of their profile pictures are Joey Logano taking a burnout, or doing a burnout. So, yeah.
There's also the ones that have like 20 favorite drivers in their Twitter bios.
Yeah.
That makes me so angry. Like I got guys that I like and I root for, but like I don't go out there and pick a quarter of the field.
Yeah. See, Joe, you give me crap for just like enjoying sports or just having a lot of drivers that I think are cool, but I don't list them all in my Twitter bio.
Right.
Like I am through and through an Alex Bowman and Kyle Larson fan, and then I'm like, everybody else is pretty cool. I just like racing.
But yeah, I just wanted to air out some grievances.
I didn't get a kick out of that.
With the young Matthew Steelman.
I'm older than you. I'm pretty sure I'm the oldest person on this podcast.
You are.
Isn't Bristol's like in dog years?
Okay, yeah, he
point.
might have me beat.
That's
that's
the adult in the room sleeping.
Yeah,
There
Dad's
he is.
asleep. There's no rules. I will say, David, your mom's name is Patty, right?
Yes. Patty
Okay.
Patricia.
I think you need to refer to her as Mrs. Hazard.
Yeah, Mrs. Hazard. We are mutuals on Twitter, so I do appreciate it. Your opinion of Joey Logano does not change my opinion of you. I think you're very cool. Thanks for watching the show. Now I need to get my parents to watch so they can yell at me for how much. Actually, no, they can't yell at me for how much I swear because I'm not allowed to swear on this show.
Oh my god. It's too much.
This is the
Just
Fake
too
Racers
much.
podcast. I'm Joe.
Oh, I'm Matthew.
I'm Davey. I had to hold it.
And we're coming back after I don't know what to call this weekend in Phoenix. I think it was kind of a return to normalcy
It was all right.
in terms of
It was
It was a
excitement.
better Phoenix race than normal, but like if we had to quantify it, this was the worst race of the year. But I don't think it was a bad
That's
race.
not a bad thing
It was,
either.
it was
Yeah.
yeah. It was fine. It was a fine race.
Yeah.
Like
I enjoyed it. I was entertained. So it's Phoenix.
Yeah.
What can you expect?
I'm gonna laugh
once
when the
again,
short
would like
tracks
to.
get really bad after we're turning Auto Club into a short track, and
Phoenix isn't a short track.
Phoenix is a shorter track.
Shorter.
Yeah.
It was like you and Weaver had this weird debate about Phoenix, like on the day, where like, oh, but Phoenix is a short track, but it doesn't drive like it's not a short track. It's like I feel like that's dumb because it doesn't really drive like a short track nor an intermediate for that matter. So,
It's a short oval. How about that? That's what
shortish.
That's what the IndyCar classification is.
Shortish.
Short oval.
And then you'll get one person be like, actually, it's not an oval, it's a tri-oval.
Shut.
So
People
And
calling
to
the
that-
dog leg a tri-oval make me cringe.
yeah, and to that hypothetical person, I don't care. All right.
Also, quick opinions on we since this kind of happened before we started the show. Opinions on the Phoenix finish line switch, since we never got to share those, and people obviously care about that still. I just want to know what you guys think, because personally, I think post reconfiguration and pre-start finish line change was the best Phoenix.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
think
When they paved the dog leg, I really enjoyed Phoenix for those few years. I will say, funny thing about that, the last Makita Truck Series race I did was I made Phoenix, and then after I finished the track and started filming, is when they reconfigured the start finish line. So the number of like comments that I got, people like, "Oh, your start finish line's in the wrong place. Isn't it called ISM?" And I'm like, "Shut up! I don't care."
I really don't. I don't care. And you didn't. That's awesome. I love people.
Yeah,
on the
I
internet.
miss the old configuration. So, I mean, it doesn't really change the racing too much. I mean, it's still the same track, just with stuff moved around.
The
But like,
restarts.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, that's why you do
Whatever.
it. You change it for the restarts.
I guess.
And having a start finish line so close to an exit of a corner, too, I think kind of emphasizes how well you get through what is now 3 and 4.
yeah.
I think it does the opposite.
Really?
Oh well, I guess.
Because it's all about your exit, right? Because if say we're side by side going into the corner, and you're not going to do a Daniel Hemrick and just use me up coming off the corner, which was fair play. That's not like
But that's kind of my point. Is like when it comes down to the end of the race, you have no incentive to make that corner because you're just going for the line at the end of it.
True.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That's kind of what my problem with it is. But
I don't know. I like
And-
it. It's fine.
Yeah, and I get why they reconfigured it because it's Phoenix and it's in the desert. That side of the track, the 3 and 4, I keep wanting to say 1 and 2, is the west end of the track. So you're racing into the sun. So they put all those grandstands there to kind of act as a sun shield and also to give everybody shade.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of have to put the start finish line over there because otherwise there'd be no grandstands at the start finish line.
Yeah.
So they kind of built themselves into a corner when they made Phoenix, unfortunately. So
Oh, yeah. Wouldn't you know it? Something
Just
in
race in the
Arizona
middle
going
of the
badly
day.
wrong.
Or race at night.
Tell you who
Yeah.
wasn't too unhappy with it though.
who, Davey?
Chase Briscoe. I thought someone was gonna chime in.
Any chance I can make you look like an idiot, I'm gonna take it. That's my new rule.
Oh my gosh.
No, yeah,
that
Chase
was
Briscoe.
such a sustained silence. Chase Briscoe.
Obviously leads a career high number of laps. First career win.
Can I say that is a statement first win too? Because we've seen a lot of guys,
Back
not
their
to
way
take anything,
in.
not necessarily back their way in, but you look at like how Cole Custer won his race. He just kind of,
Yeah.
Right place, right time, got the restart of a lifetime, and that's like the only time he's ever been in that spot. Chase Briscoe's genuinely been a top 5 car every single race this season.
Yeah.
And then, just driving away from the field at the end of that race, holding off Chase Elliott, and then holding off Chastain and Reddick in the last restart. That was money.
Yeah, and really impressive speed from the 14 team. Also impressive speed from a few of those guys that were up there. We're gonna obviously, we got to talk about how good Chastain and Tyler Reddick, like both of those guys were fast all day. But I was like, when it came down to the end and there they were, I was like, oh wow, yeah, there they are. They're like still there. The sustained speed by those like 3 that we named, Briscoe, Chastain, Reddick, has been really impressive. It's just been like kind of like we knew that we had it in them, but I'm still shocked this season that it's happening the way it is. They've been as fast as they have been.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, Stuart Haas, outside of Custer maybe, and Custer was pretty good at California.
Yeah.
They've kind of they've gotten back to where maybe they were pre-2021 in terms of
you
their
would
spread.
like to think.
Their spread.
Even Almirola was quite quick.
Yeah.
He's been like a top 10 car every week, just about. Almirola's been good this year.
Did he finish top 10 this week? Or did
did he finish top 10 last week? Okay, I think he's got
did.
4 in a row then.
Wow, that is insanity.
Let's look it up. I will say, I expected Chase Briscoe to improve this year because his rookie year was kind of a disaster, but, it was the last year of the Gen 6, so it was kind of a throwaway year. Yeah, no practice. It was kind of a throwaway year for a lot of guys and a lot of teams. I was not anticipating him genuinely being a top 5 car every single week. Like, it's like at Daytona, I was like, man, he had a great run. And then Auto Club, it's like, man, he's having another good run. And now it just feels normal. It's crazy.
I wonder, too, how much more money they have going to that team. Obviously, the Tractors deal is huge.
Yeah.
That has been made pretty evident here now that he's had that on the car for the first 4 races, the commercials.
By the way, I'm a total boomer when it comes to commercials, and I find them obnoxious, but I love that we're finally getting NASCAR commercials with sponsor activation with the drivers. We have a Mahindra commercial with Tony Stewart and Chase Briscoe. We have the Advanced commercial with Ryan Blaney and Logano. Keep it up. Loving it.
It's good. I really loved on Twitter the past couple days the Mahindra Tractors like guy tweeting about Chase Briscoe. I think that's like the coolest thing. I think that is like far and away one of the coolest things like that could probably happen. Like you know that sponsor is sticking around for a hot minute now. Like that's just awesome.
Also, Almirola finished 12th this week, so I was off by 2 spots.
Darn.
So,
I was gonna say I don't think he was quite as quick at the end because he qualified well, right?
Yeah, he ran well too, but he kind of faded at the end.
4 top 15s, I'm pretty sure beats last year's mark for Almirola. So
he would have took that at the start of this year. So
it also having Drew Blickensturfer on the 10 team. I probably won't get talked about enough, but having a familiar voice that they've had success before probably helps him.
For reference, he had 5 top 10s last year, so.
Yeah, so he's already well and on his way.
Yeah, he's already 60% of the way there.
But Yeah, I mean, I think we kind of touched on it as SHR back. I think I don't know if like maybe not back, but at least where they were at the end of 2020.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's fair, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harvick's gonna have to win a race, I think, and then you can say that they're back. But Briscoe,
I think Harvick's gonna win a race.
Yeah, he'll
He
win.
showed good speed this weekend. Obviously, it's Phoenix, but like I saw so many people writing him off. Just like the odds on we talked about NASCAR Fantasy, but like just like the odds on NASCAR Fantasy, like no one had him picked. I was amazed.
Yeah.
It's like easy dubs.
Oh my god, I just lost my train of thought now.
tied that top 10 record too at a track.
Oh yeah, that too.
Something pointed out by Noah Joyce, friend of the show, is that with the next gen car, you know, it's kind of a shift of less downforce, you know, who can wheel it more. And you look at the 4 guys who have won: sports car driver, dirt driver, dirt driver, dirt driver. So all the guys with car control are rising to the top now with the next gen.
I don't know if
Kinda
it's
starting to see
necessarily car control. 500, I think.
Yeah.
Get rid of it.
So then it's 3 dirt drivers who have won.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
Briscoe in his post race kind of someone hinted at that, but he said it's more about the fact that as a dirt driver, you're used to only getting 4 to 5 laps on a track before actually going
Yeah.
out and racing. So having only 15, 20 minutes, whatever it may be, probably helps those guys a little bit. That's why Larson, I think that's part of why Larson did so good last year. Because those drivers, they have to be able to adapt to the track throughout the race. So when you're good at adapting to a track, you can quickly adapt anywhere to a different, like a new track, right?
Yeah, it's like it's like, you know, different numbers but the same formula, right? Like you look at like Kyle Larson, obviously all these dirt guys can obviously look at a dirt track and kind of tell like
Right.
where the track is, and then they watch a heat and they know where the track's going to be after that heat, and it's like you can like using the data that teams you have now, you can probably do just about the same thing with an asphalt track. So that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that like I don't want to give too much credit to the car just yet, just because we're still at this weird 20 minutes of practice thing.
Yeah.
Which is probably going to be the thing, status quo moving forward, except for like this weekend and these select weekends where it's 50 minutes. But having less time on track definitely hinders these teams' abilities to make a competitive car. So just know that as the notebook builds up, the races might get less competitive. I hope they don't, but they might. So that's just something to think about too, kind of going along those lines. But 4 weeks in, we're feeling pretty good, I think, on next gen, right? Good, warm feelings.
Yeah, I still enjoying it.
I'd say 5 good races if you include the Clash so far. So
yeah, and like we said, like the Phoenix race was like fine, and like it was just fine, but like I thought there was racing in there that was quite good.
Honestly,
you know?
The Clash was probably the worst race of the year, right?
Yeah.
I was thinking about on my way here home. I was like, I should just make like a spreadsheet and update it each week of like my rankings for races this year. So it's been good so far. I've enjoyed pretty much every race that I've watched.
Same.
So I'm a big fan.
A very enjoyable season. Something that I enjoy is collecting diecast, guys. And guess where I collect all my diecast from?
Where, Joe?
CircleBDiecast.com. They're your home for all your diecast.
Oh my god.
You're going to head on over to CircleBDiecast.com. We got linked down in the video description below. Use our code JTN at checkout to receive free shipping on your order of $20 or more. Someone that was sponsored by Circle B in the past had a quite controversial finish at Bristol in 2020 with his teammate is Noah Gregson.
I'd rather not talk about that race.
Noah Gregson. And Noah won this past weekend in Phoenix, continues on his hot streak, an average finish of second through 4 races. I know it's like, we like to hate Noah, but this year I think he's done a pretty good job of being one of the veteran drivers in the series.
Yeah, no. On a real note, as you know, my dismay with Noah Gregson aside, he's matured as a race car driver, and he's really proving himself this year. So obviously at this point, like, not to like try and find anywhere to take a dig at him, but it would be disappointing if he wasn't performing the way he is currently this season after how long he's had in the car and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
I mean, what more can you say?
Admittedly,
Improvement.
I didn't watch the race. I was busy. But, good run. Good for him. It's regardless of my personal feelings, the biggest gripe with Noah Gragson is he's never put together like that full season. You had like every season with trucks with KBM, it was constantly like tons of missed potential. Like they should have won so many races and they won 2. 2020 with JRM, he starts off really strong and then he gets into a bunch of problems and fades as the year goes on. And last year was the opposite way around.
Yeah.
So if this is a super important year for his development, because this is year 4 of Xfinity, and I know he just signed a new deal, but like this is your time now. Got to do it. Got to put together that full season, and for lack of better words, stay out of your own way.
Mhm.
So
A lot of these younger Xfinity guys really run you when you're a younger guy, you run the risk of kind of being lost in that young driver shuffle, right? So much focus got put on Ty Gibbs this year, and will continue to be put on Ty Gibbs. You're going to see some of those drivers kind of fall out of the shuffle. Noah's one of them that needs to make sure he's competing week in and week out, and he's doing a good job of that. Not making very many enemies on the track and all that stuff, but Xfinity Series, other than Noah and Ty, I'm trying to think what other young guys are. I mean, like Austin Hill, Sheldon Creed.
I mean, you could maybe argue Sam Mayer.
Yeah, Sam Mayer.
Sam Mayer.
Yeah, that's definitely another one.
Yeah, because he was good this weekend too.
Josh Berry is technically
Josh Berry's new.
Yeah, he's new. He's not young.
My point being, guys that could realistically have a long, successful Cup Series career. You don't have a lot of those in the Xfinity Series right now, right? I mean, Daniel Hemrick already got his chance, and for whatever reason, it didn't go well.
Yeah.
AJ Allmendinger's the same way.
Landon Castle.
That rolls out all those calling cars. Over at JRM, you got Allgaier and Barry. So those are kind of two.
Yeah.
Like Barry, I don't really see him racing anywhere but JRM.
Yeah. Allgaier and Barry are the two guys to where if that JRM Cup team ever happens, just check those guys off for those two that car.
They'll get some races.
Yeah.
Gibbs with Brandon Jones. I think we all know Brandon Jones is probably going to be one of those Xfinity lifers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Riley Herbst.
Budget Brandon. Riley Herbst is just budget Brandon Jones.
Oh, Riley Herbst. That's pretty funny.
It's not
he's a nice guy. Just.
And then over at RCR, like Sheldon Creed, I could see getting into the Cup Series, but like the Chevy pipeline seems so jammed, especially because the 4 Hendrick seats are kind of locked up for a while.
Yeah.
And the RCR seats feel like they're locked up for a while.
Yeah, you'd have to see like RCR or Trackhouse or something expand, and especially now with Ganassi gone, that's another seat that's gone. So.
Yeah.
Sorry, Zane Smith.
Yeah.
Ouch. Zam.
Well, maybe if those Andretti rumors come true. So.
Yeah, those Andretti rumors that happen every year.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's
I remember 2013 when it was like they are definitely buying Penske's Dodge fleet, and then it just never happened.
But that's the big thing. Like, really, out of the big Cup teams, Stuart Haas will have a couple openings here. Obviously, with Almirola and Harvick's probably going to follow, retiring. Penske's lineup is locked for a long time.
Yeah.
RFK, I don't know how long Brad's sticking around, and Chris Buescher, I don't know how long they're going to keep him if the results don't show up here in the next 2 years. So
nobody tell Joe that Buescher's been running better than Brad.
No, I know he's been running better than Brad, but the point being, like, they're gonna have to win races.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Like, Brad's gonna have to win races. He at least has the advantage of I own the team. Same with like a Denny Hamlin. I own a team. I don't have to. There's like job security in that, right?
Yeah.
Gibbs. What is Truex? How long is Truex? Hamlin, Kurt Busch over at 2311. Kyle Busch, does he get sponsorship for next year because Mars is leaving? Like, But then it doesn't
Oh, I
feel
hadn't even thought about
it
that.
doesn't seem like there's
Yeah.
a big young crop of drivers ready to come up. It seems like we've kind of depleted those resources.
Yeah,
Hmm.
there was all that talk over the last 5 years of like the next wave. You're like, dude, wait until like Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott and Ryan Blaney, and it's like, well, they're all here now.
Yeah.
So,
And
so now
when
we
you
got to
think
give all
about
the
it,
veterans the Xfinity cars.
this has kind of been a topic like especially recently the last few years with silly season and stuff. Like we have a lot of talented race car drivers that are trying to get into too few good race cars.
Yep.
So, there's going to be a bunch of guys that are just going to miss a shot just
Mhm.
because of timing. I mean, like, I couldn't imagine being a young driver right now having to follow up like Ryan Blaney and Chase Elliott and all those other young drivers from like, I don't want to say the last generation because they're this generation, but like those guys, last generation of the Xfinity series maybe, who really turned it on, and like a whole bunch of them, a whole bunch of them got to Cup. Like that's a tough thing to follow up on, and now you have the expectation as a driver that you need to get to Cup kind of in a similar vein or way or timeline. It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, imagine being like the new wave of KBM guys coming in after, Eric Jones and Christopher Bell and Bubba Wallace all, tore it up in trucks and made it to Cup. And they haven't been disappointing, but it's been tough for those three guys,
Yeah.
They have a combined 4 wins across the 3 of them. And then imagine, then you got to step in a KBM truck and it's like, oh my God, they made it look so easy in trucks. And look what they're doing in Cup. I know I have to do that.
Yeah.
Like I have to do better than what they did.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
it's ridiculous.
Goes back to our Toyota conversation about how they build their development system, though, too, and how it's kind
Not
of flawed.
well.
Yeah.
Not well is
Quantity
the
over quality.
idea there.
Quantity.
Yeah. You have the Penske method, which is like we found our like 2 guys and we're just gonna nurture them, and then Toyota's just got like a fistful of darts and they're like, one of these has to hit. So,
And oddly enough, the one they didn't have to reach for that far is probably going to be the one that hits.
yeah.
Yeah, no. I almost said a bad word, but yeah, no friggin' crap.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Something that always hits really well, though, is heading on over to the JTN merch store and picking up yourself up some great JTN merch. You can get your Fake Racers Podcast merch, or Fake Racers Podcast mugs. They got the podcast logo on one side, the JTN logo on the other. I'm holding it up for our audio listeners. You get a bunch
I'm
of
covering up the sticker that's not from the JTN store.
some great JTN stickers. You see some examples there on Matthew's laptop or Surface. Sorry.
Same thing.
Whatever. So go check it out. JTN merch store. We got linked down in the video description below. We have t-shirts, hoodies, all that stuff, and then a bunch of different new novelties. So go check them out. It's fun. It's fun to be able to have a mug with your logo on it. So why don't you get it too?
It's like genuinely a high
It's a
quality
good
mug.
Like I was actually.
When I was looking at it, I was like scared that the logo was gonna like wash off, and it is like a really nice finish.
Yeah,
on this,
it's
so.
on there. I probably wouldn't throw it in the dishwasher just because I'm worried about stuff like this. But yeah, it's already been washed like 2 or 3 times because I've used it 2 or 3 times because I'm so happy with it.
Yeah, big fan.
I don't have mine, so.
Yeah, Davies was supposed to be there today. Thanks, United States Postal Service.
Yeah.
Anyways, F1
Yeah.
season opener is this weekend. I don't know anything, so I'm just gonna sit back, relax, and let you guys talk.
I don't know.
Biggest storyline, as always, is the Mercedes sandbagging? The answer is yes.
Yeah.
With F1, that's really, if you're, oh man, F1's dull.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm over it. I'm like the gamesmanship and stuff. Like it was cool for a little bit, and now it's just boring. When the races start up again, it'll be fun again. But the whole like preseason and Mercedes having this media bomb where they're trying to talk about how I think the Red Bull's fastest this year, or a couple years ago, I think the Ferrari's clearly faster. Like I just shut up.
Just
Shut
be
up.
arrogant. Just own it.
Shut up. And not even be arrogant. Don't like try to gaslight
Yeah.
the field. Like no one's falling for it. There's not a single person in that paddock that falls for that nonsense any year, anytime they've ever tried it. It's annoying.
Yeah, it is annoying because like if you go back to the Schumacher and Ferrari era where they would just dominate and they were like, yeah, we're the best. Beat us. Like Michael Schumacher straight up said, I'll retire when somebody beats me.
Yeah.
And Fernando Alonso beat him twice, and he was like, "All right, I'll retire." Like
See
with
ya.
all the whole Mercedes thing, like, we're just hoping for a great battle. No, you're not. You've won
Yeah.
8 consecutive constructors titles.
Yeah.
You're not hoping for a great battle. You want to rack up all the trophies. Own it.
Yeah, I really only start to like the politics and stuff once the season started, because then at least like you can't hide behind these stupid sandbag tests that they do. Can't hide behind any of that. Can't hide behind like, oh, here's our car reveal, but we're gonna show up with something different. It's like whatever. Just shut up. Tell me, like, call me when
Shut
we're
up.
racing.
Yeah, shut up and race.
Anyway,
Not politics wise. You can say
Nope.
whatever you want.
Nope,
if you're
gonna take that out of context.
Yeah.
How dare you?
no.
I realized that like as it was coming out of my mouth. I was like, let me clarify.
Matthew Stillman with an intense statement about Lewis Hamilton.
Go McLaren, I guess. I want to see Ricardo and Norris run up front. I want to see more than 2 cars battle for the win every friggin' week. So
I want Red Bull. I want Max Verstappen to win, so Lewis Hamilton fans can get really mad.
that
at me.
too. Yeah. So
It's at the
I don't,
point
I
now.
don't really like either driver, but the amount of maulding I saw after Abu Dhabi made me very happy. So
Yeah, I love Lewis Hamilton. I can't stand most of his fans. So annoying.
Yeah.
God. Love the guy. The guy's a good guy.
oh yeah, Lewis Hamilton's the perfect example of like, dude, I love you. You're an awesome dude. Except when you're in a race car, I think you drive like a tool.
A little bit. Yeah.
But I was also a Nico Rosberg fan, so I'm probably biased. So.
That as well. Plus, like all the Formula One drivers, they all. It doesn't like people like that. People like F1 driver fans, like they try to defend their drivers. All F1 drivers drive the same way.
Yeah.
They're all just as whiny. They all do the same amount of pushing off the track. They all know exactly what to do to push someone to the limit, to annoy them. I mean, they're all good at that. Every single one of them. So it's just it drives me nuts when it's like, Max Verstappen always does this. Oh, it's like, shut up. I like, what are you talking about? F1 fans like routinely have no idea what they're talking about as well. It's amazing.
Yeah. It's. I feel like we're being super negative about it.
We use the
I'm-
F1
I'm
slot
not-
to talk crud about F1.
It's just weird because like I got super invested in F1 in like the start of the Turbo V6 era,
Yeah.
and now after Nico retired, I'm just like, all right,
Yeah.
just don't really care anymore.
Yeah, I've had a hard time getting back into it from the early 2010s, which is a shame. But
Yeah.
here's what it is. What are you gonna do?
I hope it's a good season. I hope the new regs work. So
Probably
Yeah.
won't.
we'll see. Also, Kevin Magnuson's back. Hell yeah.
That's gnarly. That's gnarly.
Haas.
The Superior Open Wheel says
Open Wheel
the
Series
Superior-
heads to Texas Motor Speedway, the inferior oval track.
Yeah.
That's a fair point. It's a fair point. I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
excited. It's IndyCar, baby. IndyCar. I love when IndyCar race.
Be-
Oh man.
It'll be Jimmy's first oval start.
Jimmy.
Also,
I'm
Grosjean.
Scared.
Interested to see with how well he did at Gateway, how things translate here.
Mm.
Can McLaughlin keep his hot start going? Alex
He was
Palou.
good. He was good at the ovals last year, wasn't he?
Yeah, he got a
third in
podium
the-
at
He
Texas.
finished, third at the second Texas race.
I thought so.
I hope they figured something out with the package because the Texas races have been dreadful for the last few
The
years.
Texas track is dreadful.
Yeah.
It's a fair point.
But hopefully they figure something out.
Hopefully they don't go to Texas anymore.
I guess
Yeah, that's good.
supposedly our favorite IndyCar journalist said
David
Um,
Land.
that he's heard that they're gonna not go to Texas next year, and he said in his recap of the race Sunday night he will reveal what he's heard.
Please be Milwaukee.
That's
I missed
actually
the Milwaukee
that's actually
Mile.
the one that I've
That's
seen a
what
lot
they
of people
think.
floating out.
I've seen
Yeah.
Iowa as well.
I missed the
They're going
Milwaukee
to
Mile
Iowa.
so much.
What?
They're going to Iowa. They have a doubleheader in Iowa this year.
Oh, sorry. Iowa was. Yeah. Anyway.
Homestead
regardless.
is obviously a popular choice that people keep saying. I don't see IndyCar going to a NASCAR owned track.
I know, which sucks, but they would
Yeah.
be awesome at Homestead.
Or Michigan. Chaos.
They have
Yeah.
Detroit. They got Detroit. That's fine.
Yeah.
You guys have a better track. You guys have. Well,
Let's
I mean,
compromise and say Milwaukee. How about that?
Yeah, I agree.
Chicagoland.
Chicago would be good too.
But
So, yeah.
yeah, it'll be fun. Texas.
Coliseum.
Yeah, let's do
That would
it.
be
Indy
so-
cars in the Coliseum.
I love when I see like the yearly arguments about how F1 needs an oval for it to be a real world championship, and then you have people who are like F1 should go to Martinsville, and I'll be like, that would be so bad. Please, I
would
it.
love it. I kind of like almost unironically would love it
Yeah,
in a weird kind of way. Like I would
just take the wings off.
take
you
the
don't even need 'em.
wings off. I've always joked that I'd love multi-class sports car racing at Martinsville.
That would be so insane. Oh my god.
Just turn the lights on. 12 hours of it.
We should do that
Just
in
do it.
iRacing. Oh my god, why have we not done that?
Fake
Moon
racers.
car.
Joe doesn't like talking
Oh.
about fake racers. Oh,
We should do that. That should
We
be
should
like
do
a
that.
JTN event. Like that
Yes.
or R Factor, like IMSA at Martinsville, and like some of us in prototypes and some in GT.
I'm saying. That's what I'm
That'd be
saying.
awesome.
That's what I'm saying.
We're coming for you, Arca Break Weekly.
JTN break weekly.
Yeah.
JTN fake weekly. Oh, okay, back on track. We
Yeah.
got horribly off track there.
No,
That
it's
was
okay.
awesome.
It was good.
It's our signature thing.
Every once in a while. Gotta do it.
Atlanta.
What about Atlanta? You
Yeah,
just
what about
said it.
Atlanta,
You just
Joe?
said the place.
I mean,
It is a city in
Alright.
Georgia, yes.
All right.
a lot of stories, right? I mean, new track. All 3 series going to be there this weekend. Super Speedway Light Edition.
Yeah, we talked about Atlanta though. It's like I like what to expect. Super Speedway racing, I guess. I don't know. It's not like reconfigured or anything. It's just banking. and
Yeah.
That's a
thinner.
reconfigure.
Not really.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
not a reconfigure.
They widened out the front straightaway. We're going to have a double
it's
yellow
not a
line.
reconfigure. It's a
So
reconfigure.
weird.
We're going to have a double yellow line.
That's bizarre. bro.
Yeah, it's
I
just
can't wait.
weird.
I can't wait for it to be. Do you guys remember the Xfinity race at Michigan a few years?
I was gonna bring that up. Yeah,
Where they were just-
2016.
They were just single file the whole race.
Yes.
I paid to see
I-
that event in person.
I have a feeling that's what it's gonna be like because, like, it's just this weird Frankenstein's monster of a track. Where like, yeah, we gave it Daytona banking, but it's really narrow in the corners, but then it gets really wide, so cars are gonna funnel together and they're gonna crash because we just introduced this brand new car that's super expensive. So
that we can't get enough parts for.
I don't know what to expect. I'd hope it works because they spent a lot of money on it. So
Yeah, that's kind of everyone's just kind of hanging on to their butts
Yeah.
at this point with this Atlanta thing, man. I have no idea I'm clueless.
yeah,
And like
hope it
trucks and
works.
Xfinity, trucks I guess can be like trucks are probably just gonna be full throttle. I guess Xfinity, I don't know.
who knows?
I
Oh my
don't
God.
know. Like I have no idea. This is ridiculous. Whatever.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. I guess when we get there. I don't know.
The double yellow line rule seems really funny to me too.
It's so funny.
It's gonna
It'd be
be.
funny. They're saying that. Imagine if it doesn't even matter. Imagine if that
Yeah,
doesn't.
so
imagine if it's
because
not
that's what I'm
thing.
trying to picture. So do they paint a double yellow line down the front stretch? So does that mean they cut a lane out of the front stretch, or is it just
so
up
that's
against
why
the
they
grass?
that's why they widened the front stretch.
So they put an apron on the front stretch.
Yeah,
Why?
I don't know.
Like,
Well, it's kind of like how Dega widens out on the in the tri-oval.
yeah, true.
Widens from 3 to 4 lanes.
I don't know what to tell
technically.
you. I'm
It's
not
just
an
weird,
engineer
'cause-
involved in this process.
And are there
It's-
any pictures of the track, like recent?
Yeah, I haven't
pictures?
seen a single
I
picture.
haven't seen
or anything.
anything. I've seen nothing. I have no idea. We have no
Chris-
idea what's
Roush
happening.
posted a video of Chris Buescher testing there in January.
Yeah, but that's like no. See, I don't. That doesn't do it for me. I need like recent pictures.
Oh my god, that is some steep banking.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
it's like 28 degrees.
I'm gonna go on the. Is it? I'm looking on the.
He froze.
Oh, there you go.
Did I freeze?
God,
You did freeze,
damn,
Matthew.
bro.
Oh,
Oh,
oops.
you're back.
Oh my god.
Atlanta Motor Speedway. Any recent pictures?
Oh my god, this picture! This literally just
Yeah.
looks like mini Daytona.
Yeah.
Look at that!
Wow. Wow, holy
It's
crap.
so narrow, too.
Yeah.
Holy freaking crud, man.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't
Yeah,
realize.
The front stretch looks like Kentucky.
I'm trying to get
They,
as many
like-
pictures. I'm trying to see everything I can here.
Oh, this is so weird,
What
dude.
in the hell?
At least they're trying something new.
Yeah.
Yeah. What the hell is going on?
Pretty much
Whatever,
how it's going to
man.
work this weekend. Trucks and Xfinity are going to run their Super Speedway Aero and then regular Speedway engine packages. Cup's going to run the 550 Super Speedway package all the way around.
What is going on?
Nobody
This
knows
is
what's
so
going to
bizarre.
happen.
Yeah.
I am so excited for this. Maybe not in the most healthy, normal way,
Yeah.
but like I'm excited to see what the hell is gonna happen.
This could be the race that breaks the streak of good races, just
Yeah.
because it's a very big unknown.
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, hey.
If you had to pick right now, who you taking? Trucks Xfinity Cup.
Trucks, John Harmon Nemechek. Wait, no. Yeah, John Harmon Nemechek.
I'm gonna take Stewie. Give me Friesen.
Crafton.
Wait. Hold on.
I don't think
I
Grease is running
didn't.
this week.
Well, there's a lot to consider here. Okay. Wait. Okay, yeah. Wait, no. Ryan Preece.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. Ryan Preece.
Cool.
Idiot.
Let's see. Oh, we don't have any
Joe's
Todd. There's no
Joe's
Todd
gone.
Bodine this week either.
Joe's gone.
Wait, you telling me you don't want to pick Chris Hacker as yours?
Didn't he yeah, whatever.
Have I ever talked about my theory about Chris Hacker that he is a
Where did Joe okay, hold on. Hold the
He
thought.
just dipped.
Where did Joe go? Joe's gone. Joe's not on camera anymore. Joe's gone.
I don't know. Maybe he got like a nosebleed or something. I don't know. But like, I have a theory that Chris Hacker is an industry plant because
I think
like-
that about Carson Hocevar.
him too. Yeah, because Chris Hacker, like in the middle of last year, I've literally never even heard of him. He just shows up and runs a few truck races for Nice, and he has like this weirdly intense fan base, but also this weirdly intense amount of people who hate him. And I'm like, I don't even know who you are. So my theory is that Chris Hacker is an industry plant, and they're just like that. Like somebody is paying big money to use him to advertise something.
He's like, you know that? Did I ever show you that fake driver, like that AI driver, the AI generated like race car driver that has an Instagram that's like it's like really creepy. It like tries to. I'll have to find it for you.
Because you've shown me that parody of like the modern race car driver where they just tweet I love racing. But no, I haven't seen that one before.
Oh, I think Richard might remember the guy. But it's like a totally fake race car driver that has an Instagram account. And it's like some social media branding experiment where it was like computer generated images but like highly realistic, and it's like, I'm off to Formula E. I'm a driver, and it's like really weird. I'll show you. We'll talk about this in the next one. This will be a continuation.
All right.
Because we have to talk about this. It is really weird.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I picked Stuart Friesen. Joe, who do you got?
My theory on Chris Hacker is he only has a fan base because he actually engaged with all the teenage NASCAR Twitter people. So,
but like, where did he come from?
I have no idea.
No idea. When a mommy and a daddy really love each other.
Oh my god. It's just so weird. Like, he came out of nowhere, and there's a lot of people like, God, I hate Chris Hacker. Have you heard all this about him? I'm like, no. I haven't heard anything about him because I don't know who he is.
I tried to search up fake race car driver Instagram, and the third response is Haley Teagan.
Oh no.
Is she gonna get like a top 10 finish this year?
Maybe.
She got 1 last year, I know that.
Oh,
That's still not good.
Yeah. Did I tell you guys about what my roommate asked me when he was watching the truck race at Daytona? So my roommate is a supercross, like a huge supercross and motocross fan, and he's like, has Haley won a championship? I was like, no, she only has like 1 top 10. And he's like, oh, how does she get 1 then? And I was like, oh, NASCAR doesn't do like the champion doesn't get 1 in NASCAR. That's like a motorcycle thing and an open wheel thing. He was like, oh, you could just use 1, and I was like, yeah. And he was like, that's dumb. So, yeah. We got way off topic.
Xfinity.
Did you ever, Joe? You never picked a
I
driver.
said
for trucks.
Crafton.
Oh, did
yeah,
you?
that's
I
a
don't know.
bad pick. Landon
Super
Castle.
Speedway ace, Matt Crafton.
Landon Castle.
I'm gonna go with. I gotta look at the entry list now. Actually, I haven't thought about this at all. Give me. I'm gonna take AJ Allmendinger.
Trevor Bayne.
Oh, I forgot Baines racing.
I think Drew Dollar
that's
was
probably a good
supposed to originally do this race, and they ended up adding it to Trevor Bayne's schedule.
What races is Drew Dollar running this season?
Probably the super speedways.
He is not good. Oh my god.
Drew Dollar is bad.
Yeah.
Drew Dollar is bad.
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about Trevor Bayne had an awesome day this last weekend. So
Yeah,
here's to hoping
L.
Trevor Bayne finds a ride after this
He
year.
didn't win in a Gibbs car. L.
Yeah, L.
No, he's actually performing a lot better than I thought he would. Not to once again fly off the handle, off track at the end of this episode.
Off track here.
Off track with Hinch and Rossi.
Cup Series. This is the ultimate cluster.
I have no idea how
I'm
to
taking
put this.
Keselowski because if it is a super speedway, he'll do something dumb and probably win the race because of it.
Let's look at the entry list.
Yeah, I'm looking at it too. And you know, I could go totally on the nose and go Austin Cindric, but I don't think I want to.
Give me You know, I'm feeling stupid. Give me Reddick. Let's go.
I'm feeling stupider. I'm gonna go Brad Keselowski.
I already said that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, you guys
Oh,
just
I wasn't
aren't listening to me.
I wasn't
tonight.
listening to your dumb.
I was listening. That's why I didn't pick Brad.
Sorry.
You also said Crafton, then just left without saying
Yeah,
anything.
I
That's
kinda
why
like-
you're confused.
I'm like
You're
all
more
over the
focused
place
on
with you right now.
why is Joe
you...
not here.
I don't know what you're doing, man. Then I'll go Bubba. Bubba.
There you go. All right.
Joe, are we gonna have to end the podcast, or are you okay there?
Oh no, I was just. Are we done?
I guess so. That was the
Sure.
last thing, huh?
Okay, cool. Thanks for watching, guys.
You can find me on Twitter at Davey Hazard, on Instagram at D785, on Twitch at D785 with an ER3, and you can find Matt on the internet.
You can find me around, wherever.
Around town, wherever.
Before we go, I just want to say I love that we usually get to a point in the show where Joe just forgets that he's hosting and that he's kind of guiding it.
Listen, I host. How many times do I do freaking 2-hour-long hosting sessions a week? Like 6? So.
True, yeah.
I have enough respect for you guys where I think you can steer the conversation yourselves.
There we go.
Especially since you are given an outline of what to talk about.
I mean, we did.
Yeah.
We just, if we're moving topics,
It
you're
wasn't-
usually
no.
the guy.
No, it wasn't a like, oh, you guys suck. That wasn't what I was
I
trying to
feel like
get
it kind of
across.
was.
That's... It wasn't, so...
Joe's like, man, I liked when I was on oof sides and I didn't have to do anything.
Got to talk a lot about football. That was pretty
Yeah.
weird.
We got to gaslight Jack for like 20 minutes, so that was fun.
What were we gaslighting him about?
Maybe not gaslighting. We were just talking smack about him.
Gaslight,
Gaslight?
gatekeep,
Girl boss.
girl boss.
And yeah, that's by social media. You can find me on
M.
Twitter at
Steelman 51.
Yep. Oh my god.
Move sides
Please
here
end
on
the show.
YouTube. Dale Jr. 88 Rocks here on YouTube.
Also, Disqualified episode 3 coming soon. We've been saying that for like
Promise.
3 weeks.
Promise. Tommy went out of town like a.
Yeah, I didn't know they were going to DC, and so I was like, "We're doing it Sunday." And Tommy's like, "I'm on the other side of the country," and I was like, "Well,
We're waiting.
Davey's on the other side of the country. Why did that stop you?
oh yeah, true. That's not an excuse."
Yeah.
So
Shut up, Joe. Tommy was on
Anyway.
the other side of the country when he's normally on the same side of the country. That was
Yeah.
the issue.
he was with
Maybe
the
a little bit of
boys.
content, a little bit of nuance. Nuance. Jeez, dude. Anyway, this has been the Fake Racers Podcast. Thank you so much for listening. Please subscribe to JTN and JTN2. Subscribe to JTN for all of your live racing and our 2003 needs. Subscribe to JTN2 for all of the affiliated content that isn't live racing. That's the Fake Racers Podcast, Disqualified, and other video essays and diecast reviews. Please check out the JTN merch store. Go check out all the merch for all the drivers, all the USRL stuff, the Fake Racers Podcast, Disqualified. Go get yourself a mug. These two are proudly displaying them. I wish I had mine. That's a shame that I don't have it.
It's not
Maybe
my
it'll
fault.
never come. Who knows?
It's not my fault.
I blame Joe. And make sure you go get that mug because it actually does look like a nice mug. I wish I had it. I'm quite upset. I think I'm going to beat up Joe after this. If I haven't missed anything, I've been Davey Hazard. Joe Twansky has been sinking into his chair, and Matthew Steelman is right there. This has been the Fake Racers Podcast. Signing out. Peace.
Dude, that rhymed. Bars, dude.
Because I got bars.
Bars. Come on.
Bars!